Hey, it's Rena, and we're going to do a video about how to make accessories from beginner level to advanced level. Let's go. Okay, so today we're using our beautiful model, Miss Keisha. She's rocking a lovely blue bob. So we're going to start off by making her a little headband that goes over this little bang part here. So beginner-friendly way of doing this would be using Google to be your best friend. You're going to type in something like lace, PNG, find an image that you're somewhat generally interested in. So yeah, we found a lace. We're gonna take this lace here, this golden one here. I'll just show you what it looks like. We're gonna take this and we're going to put it in Vroid. So once you have your lace rotated to its lengthwise, going back into GIMP, we are going to draw with a freehand group just over this layer. So you can change the offset over there on guide parameters, so that way you have it just above that layer. And then you're going to take this curve and make it nice and flat. You can play around with the sizing of it if you really want, like if you want it to have tapered ends, whatever, you can do that. Bam, you have the hair being right there. And then you just have to play around with its offset, figure out which one you want, and the placement. I love that I changed these dots and it decided to not stay that way. Because I changed hair strands. That is why that did that. Okay, so now like that. Change the thickness a little bit, not as thick. And she kind of has like a little tiara. I really don't like that headband. So I'm going to show you how to make another one that is intermediate friendly. Okay, so for the intermediate one, you have two options. You could either draw in your own pattern on Vroid itself. So for example, I don't know why I made a new hair group thing, but we are doing that. We're going to draw. Before we get to drawing, we're going to change around the width, thickness, and then you're going to zoom up into your character. You're going to draw in your hair new headband thing. Just basically you have to have a design in mind. And then just trying to just play around with the design. And then you might want to, yeah, I was supposed to use this one. I just didn't. So let's change that to this. And then we want to change the offset of this grid. So it's laying on top of all of them, kind of like a little headpiece, and then you can make it like a little chain linking after. So then for the next part, you just make it really thin. Obviously, this is just a really quick drawing of a design. If I actually took more time, I can make this look fairly decent. But since we're just doing this really quickly, we just want to make sure that we got it all covered. Okay. Yeah. And there you go. You have like a really quick headpiece with like a headband type look. If this isn't your style or you find this something that you're not enjoying to do, the other intermediate option would be to draw it out in the hair strand section. So we'll do that next after I fix this up a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then another way of doing this. So let's add another hair type. So we're gonna duplicate this. And then we're gonna go to textures. Go to last one. We are going to erase the default layer. All right, so with GIMP, you can draw in your designs. So I suggest doing this in like another app, like Photoshop or something. It just makes your life a lot easier, but you can always just do it in this. And so yeah, you can just draw out your designs. So we're gonna just draw out a, let's go with, okay, I'll draw out a few different designs and we can pick through. That last one was really ugly. All right, so there's one. You can see how that looks, kind of like that. Kind of the concept, what you would be doing. And then you can go into different layers and add more detail, whatever you want. Or let's say we didn't like that one, but we want to give ourselves a second option. So let's go with a green color, because who doesn't like a little bit of green? Let's do this. Cool. And basically, if you don't want these two to intertwine with each other, you just change the offset. Look at that. Crazy, I know. So you get a pattern that you like. And the same concept could go with like earrings as well. You can do the same thing. And then basically a more advanced level would be just to add in more detail, going into that second party to third party, like such as going into Photoshop, drawing it there, adding extreme detail, and then coming in here. Let's say like you wanted to add a gem into there. Let's just add a new freehand group just to make life easier. And we're gonna draw in a gem because you're such a gem for watching. And we're going to make sure you go down. We're gonna make it blue just so I can see it. Okay. And then we're gonna duplicate this layer, going into textures, and we're gonna change this from being blue to red. All right, nice and cleaned up. Great. Base layer, we're going to make a nice red. Like a deep red color. Like it. I like it. Just color that completely in. And then on the next layer, we're going to add in like a bit of like a brightness to it. Okay, we're going to go to this guy here. Whoops. And then play around the offset. See, look at that. There's like a little gem in there. And then you can play around the structural part for where you want it to be laying. How thick do you want this to look? Do you want a big old diamond? Doesn't that look cool? It's a little high off the head, but we can do stuff like that. So let's fix this up a little and make this more presentable. And then for a more advanced look, just keep on watching. You'll just follow along with what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just going to go into a second party app, do some photo editing, and then bring it back into Vroid, and then re-edit the look there. And there you have it. That's how you make a very fancy advanced level I almost said headset. Headband. I mean, obviously this is not headband. This is more like a headpiece jewelry. Yeah, so you could either put it into a second hand, what am I trying to say? You could either put it into a second-hand software where you can do all the excess details or whatever, or if you're okay with doing it in Vroid, just do it in Vroid, like how I did with this part here. Wasn't doing anything fancy with that part. I wasn't doing anything fancy with this part, so yeah, that's pretty much how you make that. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.